Hello everybody, it's Kim. I wanted to do a quick video on this little gadget I picked up off of Temu. Actually, I'm going to be doing two things. One is testing out my Pecron solar generator. And the other, this is called it's supposed to be a miniature washing machine, like clothes washing. I picked it up for a couple of reasons. One was for my camper, if I'm out camping somewhere and I need to wash a few things because I'm going to hoping to do a lot of boondocking. This would be available. And I thought, if it's not a bad idea, people in an apartment that cannot get a larger washing machine and just want to be able to freshen up a few things here and there, that maybe this could work for them. But I'm going to set this up. The directions that came with it were pretty minimal, and let's see what they have to say. This is how I got it, except I did take the directions out and I undid the cord just to make it faster. It says, method of use, the expand and collapse of washing machine. The washing machine of first remove lid, file handle, and then the opposite hand pressure bottom. Not by hand pressure, pulsator, placed pressure caused pulsator deformation. File handle hard after washing machine will be folded bucket. They did give you some pictures though, see? Well, let's give this a try. It came packaged like this, except it was in a plastic bag in a box, obviously. This removes, supposed to remove. Well, it doesn't remove. I guess it's once in place, it's in place. Okay, I guess you take, I don't know what they meant by the handle, but maybe something like this. Okay. That was easy enough. There's your power source. There's a little water drainage thing over here. I have it set up in my kitchen so I can fill it easy. I have a sink here. Make sure that plugs in good. It's very lightweight, I have to admit that. It has some suction cups. Supposed to keep it in place. And then I gotta figure out where it plugs in. There it goes. Okay, I'm gonna plug it in here. Okay. So that's how you set it up. That was easy enough. Okay. So then it says the water. Please put a clean water directly into washing machine in the wash bucket. The injected water in moderation, don't in too many. Okay. Another reason I use in my sink. We'll let that fill up. Then it gives you a little idea how to turn it on and off. Keys function is introduced. Long press the following button 2 seconds, can be opened or closed. Click on the button below, standard washing to laundry for 10 minutes. Press the convertible again for 15 minutes. Press the dehydration, can be converted to 2 minutes again. I think that's the spinning. Need not, when please will discharge the water in the wash bucket. The whole machine is wiped dry. Keep the machine clean. I guess when you're done with it, wipe out the machine. So that's all it says. What I did was I went back and looked at a bunch of Temu, these different things, and be aware if you're going to get one, this is the, I believe, 10-liter size. They have some as low as 3 liters, so those things are going to be really tiny. And I just wanted to check out how they're going to do. Okay, so this is full. Let me give you a quick peek here. This is full up to the top of that little bucket there, the little, whatever it is, washing bucket, spinner, I started to say, I watched a bunch of Temus. Some of them had the little spinner thing in place when they washed. Others did not. There was really no explanation once you put your clothes in there. I did find one of them, not this one. It doesn't tell you how many clothes it holds. It said 6 pairs of baby clothes, 2 women's t-shirts. I don't remember how many pairs of socks or underclothes, but I just thought, you know, I'm going to give this a try and see what happens here. Okay, I use these laundry sheets. This is like instead of liquid, and this is a full size for a large washing machine. So I think I'm just going to tear off a little corner to use in here. We'll see how that does. And let's see if I can figure out how to turn this thing on before I put the clothes in it. Oh, I see. Okay, long press for 2 seconds to start or stop. There's 10 minutes. 15 minutes, and that's supposed to be gentle, I guess. 10 minutes is standard. This is soft washing, and this is semi-dehydration. All right, so I have a t-shirt I'm going to stick in here. I don't think 2 women's, not inside that basket. There's no way 2 women's t-shirts are going to fit inside that basket. You're losing a lot of space in there. Let me see if I can get this out. You know, I don't want to break it, so put my lid on. You may have to wash clothes one thing at a time in this thing. I'm going to play with it some more, and I can come back and, well, the lid's supposed to snap on, but I'm not going to do that right now. See, I don't know if this is the long press. Oh, there we go. Well, I'll be darned. Oh, I thought it would go back and forth like a washing machine. Oh, it does. Here. I really think it would do a lot better if it wasn't smashed together. Alright, well, I'm going to let it do its thing for the next 10 minutes, and we'll come back and do the next part. Alright, I wanted to show you the one issue that's come up so far. This little thing, I really had to put this lid on fast because it spins so fast. Water was shooting out, but you could see it's coming out back here, so there's not like a seal back there, so I did move it inside my sink. So obviously if I were to use this, which I'm hoping to use in my little camper, I would have to put it in outside or, you know, in my little shower area or whatever. And now it's not stuck down, so I'm going to hold it here for a minute or two. Try to get it to stick. Just wanted to show you, I stopped it partway through. It wasn't too difficult. If you hold the bottom, this pops right back out. And I think it might work a little cleaner and not, maybe I have too much water, I don't know. This is the spin bucket. Okay, let's see. Okay, I think that works closer to a regular washing machine. So I'm glad I was able to get that out. And obviously I could put another piece of clothing in there, which I think I'm going to try to do. I have a... I don't know if you can overload this or not, but I have a men's shirt here. Let's see if I can do a women's shirt and a man's shirt. Get that in there before it starts going again. Oh, no, it's going to be too full. I don't think it's going to like that. Let me try. Oh, it shut itself off. Hey, you overloaded, it shuts itself off. Let's see if it'll start back up now that I've got it in there properly. Might be too heavy. Let's see. Nope. Okay, so it's not going to take both a man's dress shirt and a woman's shirt. At least it has a safety feature. It turns itself off. That's good to know. All right, let me let that finish up. Okay, it's not splashing nearly as bad as it was before. Let's see if it leaks anymore. Okay, so I think eventually if you snap that basket in and out too much, you may have issues. But right now it's doing a pretty good job and it's not leaking like it was. Right, I wanted to show you it plugged into my, excuse me, my Pecron. The highest I've seen it go up is 20 watts. I looked everywhere on Temu. And it did not show how many watts this drew. So I was curious. That's the other reason I'm using this. And as you can see, the Pecron's handling it extremely well. I started at 65%, but that could have been closer to 64. By the time we get done, we'll find out if it goes down anymore. But at 20 watts, I should be able to run it for quite a while. Okay, so the shirt is done. And again, I've read through or watched a lot of Temu things. And the only one I found, and I don't know if it was the same manufacturer, it said, kindly remove with hands much water. So I'm assuming they mean to squeeze out as much water as possible. Okay, so before you put it in the spinner basket, I think you're supposed to give them a good squeeze. Now this is how, if I was using this, I'm sorry, I'm really having a froggy throat today. I would do, have something on standby, and then I would try to do as many clothes as possible on the wash cycle before I spun them all out. I want to try this shirt again and see if it will handle it or not. See, now that looks like it needs more water to be able to freely spin. It did not leak, by the way, once I took that other basket out. I just want to add a little more water and see if this will agitate a men's dress shirt. Because I had a sweatshirt too I want to try. And I have a feeling that it's not going to handle it now that I've seen it with the two. But you never know. Maybe it'll surprise me. Whoops, wrong way. All right, so let me turn that. Okay. It's going to have a hard time with it, but I think you can flip it around every now and then and it would be okay. Let's let that go for a little bit. I want you to hear it. It is struggling a little bit when it goes on the reverse. This is, I believe, the forward motion, and you can hear the difference when it goes on reverse. I don't know how long it'll last, but then I would come in here and probably do something like that, flip it around, close it up, and let it go a little bit longer. Okay, well, it handled it okay. So I'm going to wring out. I did add more water because it just wasn't submerging. And I don't know, see, clothes sometimes tend to get these air bubbles in them. And I think that's what was happening. So I'm going to wring it out like it said to do. And I'm going to try the sweatshirt. No guarantees here. This is my really big one that I love to wear. It's like a 3X. Because I like my sweatshirts to really hang down and kind of cover my butt. But we'll see if it handles it. If not, then we know, right? Oh, that fits pretty tight in there. A lot tighter than that shirt. Get it nice and wet. We'll start her up. I don't think it's going to get agitated much. Honestly, the old bucket with the plunger method on bigger clothes or heavier clothes would probably work better as far as cleaning goes. Because I don't think that can spin that out either. But we're going to try. We'll see. Maybe. I don't know. I'm going to push it. By the way, I bought this on Temu. I mentioned a couple of times. They had some kind of special. Oh, that was worse. Where it was my first order. And I picked this up for a little over $4, and I bought one other item. All combined, it was $5.60. But they're going for anywhere on that site from generally $18 to, I don't know, $30. I'm glad I didn't pay $30 for it because I'm worrying. I mean, you know, for underclothes, t-shirts, things like that, I think it would do fine. I wouldn't expect this to be able to do, you know, all of my laundry needs. And to be honest, I think that I could do better by hand. So I'm not going to push this too far today. I'm going to take this one out. Oops, wrong one. Oh, that just put it, that's on gentle mode. All right, so let me get this out of here, and then I'm going to remove the water, and we're going to try to spin. I'll kindly remove the water with my hands on this side of my sink here. Okay, there is a little drain plug here. That you're supposed to let remove the water. All right, it did take a while to drain. I think what I would do is find some kind of a plastic rubber tubing that I could extend that out a bit, because I did have to hold it over the sink, especially when it got kind of low. But I'm going to snap my little basket back in place. And we'll start with, I'm going to wring out this shirt one more time with my hands, the first shirt that I did. Okay, I got as much water out as I could. I want to try to see how well it spins. I put it in there. You can see I put it in there loosely. I don't know. I think you have to go one. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Whoa, 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 whoa. No, no, no. Hold it again. Okay. How do you get to the spin cycle? No. It says to hold it. Let's see. No. Let's go back to the button thing and see if I can figure it out. The keys function. Long press the button 2 seconds. Can be opened or closed. Click on the button below standard washing for 10 minutes. Press the convertible again for 15. Okay, I think it goes press it, hold, and then press it. Oh, there we go. Okay, press it a couple of times. There we go. You kind of have to interpret these things. All right, it was stuck down. Okay, I'm going to hold it here for these 2 minutes and let it spin, and we'll see if it did an okay job. It spins out pretty decent, but it's kind of in a ball, so I don't think it's going to do excellent. You may have to spin it more than once if you want. It does move around though. Oh. Okay, I set it down in my sink so it wouldn't run away. Oh yeah, it's still pretty wet. It's still pretty drippy. I think I could probably wring some water out here. So, anyway, it is what it is. I think it's something, you know, if you want to wash some clothes and you have time to let them drip dry, I think it'll work okay. Would I use it camping? Yeah, probably, maybe, I don't know. I think I could get a lot more done with a bucket and a plunger in the same amount of time. But for $5, I couldn't go wrong, right? Anyway, What do you think about it? Have you tried one of these things? Just curious. The Pecaron did very well. It did take it down to 63%. And like I said, this little thing used about 20 watts. You know what? I didn't check it when it was spinning. That could be more. I don't know. Well, we can check that real quick here. Doesn't hurt. Ah, here we go again. Oh, 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 oh. Wrong one. Ah, I touched it too many times. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay, it's up to, on the spin when it struggled, it went up to 29. So I would say this would top out at 30 watts. So anyway, like I said, I'm the old-fashioned type. When I first got married, we didn't have a washing machine. We were so poor we couldn't afford to go to the laundromat. So I washed my kids' clothes in a bucket with a plunger with holes drilled in it. A clean one, obviously. And it's probably about the same. So would I spend my money if I had to pay full price? No. Will I send it back for $5? No. But you guys make up your mind and let me know what you think about this thing in the comments below. And have a wonderful day.